Hello, welcome to the new Send It Steve garage. This is where we'll be doing bike upgrades and fixes as well. Today we have a 2012 Scott XC Hardtail that will be making some modern modifications to make it a more capable mountain bike. Before you start buying new parts for your old bike, it's good to first come up with a cost-benefit analysis to determine if it's better to save up for a new bike or if the bike you currently have could be made into something more capable. In the case of this Scott Hardtail, it has an aluminum frame, 29-inch wheels, and hydraulic disc brakes. There's plenty of good things on it that make it worth upgrading. Since this frame uses a QR skewer instead of a standard 15mm through axle like today's bikes, the largest cassette that it can carry in the back is a 10-speed. I actually had to buy a different wheel that had a wider rear hub in order to accommodate that 10-speed cassette. In order to make the bike more capable when descending, I purchased a wider 710mm XC handlebar. To go along with the wider handlebars, I also purchased a dropper post for this bike. Since it has no internal cable routing, I had to purchase an externally routed dropper post that only had about 120 mils of drop. It's also important to make sure that you pick the right seat tube diameter to fit your bike. This one from Brand X came with a dropper lever, got great reviews, and was reasonably priced as well. To handle the shifting duties, I decided to go with a 10-speed Dior derailleur and shifter from Shimano. You can find spare parts in pretty much any bike shop, and the Shadow Plus technology means that it shifts really good. The first step was to remove the crankset and change the 3 chain rings for 1 narrow wide ring. You want to find the smallest amount of teeth that matches the bolt circle diameter, or BCD, of the crank. In this case, I was able to fit a 30-tooth ring. You can see the difference between the old chain ring and the new narrow wide chain ring. The old chain ring was designed so that the derailleur can move the chain back and forth between the different front cogs. The teeth are exactly the same distance apart and the same width. On the new narrow wide chain ring, this is meant to keep the chain from falling off. So each tooth alternates between narrow and wide in order to fit into the chain and hold it more securely. Next up was removing the front derailleur and shifter. No need to keep this around. To install the external dropper post cleanly, I cut the housing and routed it where the front derailleur cable used to be. Here it is, our final product. Not only is it a more capable and comfortable bike with its dropper post, 1x drivetrain and wider handlebars, but it also just looks a lot better. This won't be the last bike build video that we do here in the garage, so if you liked it, please consider subscribing. For POV footage of some of the best rides the country has to offer, check out my United States mountain bike trip playlist from my trip this past summer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.